Governor's polls, Ikenga Imo raises alarm, submits evidence of compromised voter register BVAS to Tinubu, National Security Advisor, and DSS. Wow, election has not started, and now we're already seeing compromised Inec materials being dispatched, okay, alongside the genuine ones. How are they faking this thing? Okay, so they have the fake voter register, the fake BVS already compromised. It's Inec material, but already compromised for the election rigging. I'm sure this is a strategy they have, learned from the general election that happened in February this year, and now they're adopting a new method of rigging. And somebody has caught it and sent it to Tinubu now, to National Security Advisor, that is, to NSA, to Tinubu, and the DSS for for action to be taken. Let's get straight into the meat of the matter. In Owerri, Imo State, House member representing Idiato North and South Federal Constituency in Imo State, Ikenga Imo Ugochinyere, has raised the alarm, warning of plot to deploy fake Independent National Electoral Commission register with bimodal voter accreditation machines, BVAS, already compromised for the elections in Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa State. Ikenga, who made the disclosure at a press conference where he displayed copies of the fake and original INEC register, said he is submitting the items to the Department of State Security, DSS, and the National Security Advisor, NSA, to investigate and fish out those behind the fraud. He said the fake register was not used during the election for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but that those behind it kept it aside to be used for themselves in the election holding tomorrow, which is today, Saturday, November 11, 2023. He said there is a high level of security breach in the election, adding that after accreditation, most Nigerians go for BVS report agitating for total number of votes, but that in real sense, what to examine is the back-end report, which he said states the polling unit, the voter ID of the electorate, and time and date of accreditation. So according to him, the genuine one shows the exact time and space within which the electorates were accredited, one after the other, but that the fake one shows the majority, about 1,000 people, voting in just 1 second, and in process inflating their numbers, and in a matter of seconds becoming the leading candidate. Oh boy, can you imagine? So he said that as soon as those behind the scheme discovered that they have been caught, they went a step further to place the register on computer and started shifting time of accreditation to accommodate the fraud, but that they could not shift it for all the electorates, because that will mean it will take them 1 week to accommodate all the fraud. He said these are the fraud that have been concocted and exported for Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa elections. He said INEC must put an eye on ICT staff, which he said have been compromised, and ensure that this did not take place in Imo State. So the security officers must get to INEC and get to the back-end report to ensure that those involved are tried for treason and sent to prison. Ikenga Imo Ugochinyere, whose election has been confirmed by appeal court, said during the press conference. That was what he said. Oh boy. So already there will always be a way to rig. That is why security system in Nigeria is very, very, very bad. I tell you, the ICT staff that is supposed to maintain integrity of the electronic materials for the voting are the ones that have been bought over and are the ones compromising the system. That is the problem banks and some other entities faced in Nigeria. Okay, banks and the ICT staff and some unscrupulous branch managers are actually behind some of the bank frauds that takes place in some banks in Nigeria. So the same way they did it in the last presidential election, where they didn't perfect this plan, so it didn't work for them. That's why they had to shut the BVS down in last election. But now they have had time to study the BVS very well and have concocted a method they're going to use to rig this governorship election in Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa states, respectively. This is not a very good one. Now, Imo Gochinyere has shouted out, and he said he's submitting the details of what he has now to the National Security Advisor, and then to DSS and President Tinubu, so that action can be taken. Inec, Mahmoud Yakubu can never conduct a good election, whether we like it or not. Mahmoud Yakubu can never conduct a free and fair election in Nigeria. He is a compromised human being at his level, and all Inec employees, a lot of them, over 75% of them are already compromised, both at state and local levels and at poll unit levels. Because they will not use executives to rig. It's only executive people, like, what they did during the Tinubu's election, that they can do that. But at the grassroots, they will try to influence the Inec foot soldiers, the ground staff. Those are the people that will do the dirty job at the base level and then transmit it to the upper level for verification. So Goshinyere has shouted out the exposures, the compromise that he has observed, both in the register and the BVS machine, and what they intend to do. It is now left for government and the security agencies to do the needful. That is if they are also not compromised. And people are already making comments here. Someone said it was found with you and you must disclose the source of the document if truly it's fake. Someone said this is a stupid contribution. User contribution from you. Okay. Hope Uzodinma knows about this. All his evil plan will not work. I know. Hope Uzodinma is his name now is synonymous to everything bad. I tell you. Always making noise. When he imagines something, he makes noise. It's not about imagining something now. If he has said it and he's sure of he's sure of himself, then he has to speak it out. But just like somebody said at the beginning, if he has a copy of it, how did he get it? From where? So if he's queried, they will trace the source through him, and they will get it from whoever that is doing it, because it must have come from a source to him. But again, if it's an intelligent information, then the best thing is to go to back end and do the investigation like he has said. Okay, lastly here, some say based on the caption and reactors, this Ikenga Nawa for Imo, you went and reported bad or evil children to their bad or evil parents. Ikenga word so. I mean, I can understand where this man is coming from. We are reporting a fraudulent activity to the fraud masters. So how do you think you get results? That is what he's trying to say here. Because whoever that is concocting the INEC document, okay, INEC leadership cannot say they don't know, and the APC government cannot say they don't know. So when you take the matter back to them, they will say, okay, we have seen it. We will set up a team now to go and investigate it and get us a result. Fabu. As soon as you leave, they say, no, minor, idiot. You think you can get us through. Boys, go and do what you have been assigned to do. So it becomes penny wise, pound foolish on the side of the person that is making noise. I tell you. So, but all the same, he has stated what he found, and we just hope that this would at least to some extent deter the fraudsters and allow sanity through the election. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.